Hi everyone, and welcome to a little video. I just want to give a little clarity and update to one of the assignments that we have on our course syllabus as we looked at teacher tools. I'm going to go to the course syllabus for a moment, and we'll scroll down just a little bit to get to teacher tools, and we have Puzzlemaker. And it doesn't necessarily have to be Puzzlemaker, but I want you to go through the idea and go through the process of creating some puzzles. I think puzzles are a great way, especially in the elementary, at almost any level, to do some quick intro stuff or even some quizzing. But I want to look at Puzzlemaker and how we can make these two puzzles, and this is due on week 3. So I'm going to go to Puzzlemaker, and I can simply type it in a search, and Puzzlemaker is part of the Discovery Education Canada website. So Discovery Education, reputable website, really good. Let's take a peek at it. If I have an account and I pay for it, I get more resources. But even for free, they give us Puzzlemaker. And Puzzlemaker allows us to make a word search, a crisscross, double puzzles, fallen phrases, math squares, mazes, letter tiles, cryptograms, number blocks, and a hidden message puzzle. Now either you can make these for your students, or your students can actually make these for each other. What a great way to learn some new vocab. As you're starting a new science unit and you want to get the words, or you're starting even another language for a French class, it's just a great way to do some of these intro stuff and also have your students kind of engage in the terminology that you need. The nice thing with crisscrosses is because it provides a clue, or you have to provide the clue, the students will actually have to know how to spell the words properly. So it could even be a way for a spelling test or terminology and definitions. Just perhaps a different way to quiz or formatively assess your students, or summatively assess your students if you want to use a word search or a crisscross. I'm going to use a word search, and I'll go through the process of how we can make one and some of the options that we do have here. We're going to do Canadian provinces and capitals. Now we have a few options here. The puzzle can be up to 40 by 40. The optimum print size is 15 letters by 15, so I'm going to leave it at that. Here we have some options. We can use the letters only once, share letters occasionally, share letters as much as possible. I'm going to leave it at share letters occasionally. And generally I want to keep it as HTML and rather than text, or use lower cases. Now here I can type in all the words that I want to have in my puzzle, either followed by a new line or a space between them. And if I go to this notepad document, I've already got all of these copied here. I just thought I'd already have this ready to go. So I'm going to copy them, and I'm going to go into here, enter my words. I'm just going to paste them in so I've got everything. And I want to create my puzzle. Remember, it's 15 by 15. If we look here really quick, we can see that Northwest Territories, or especially Newfoundland and Labrador, is pretty long. We'll see if it fits. Create my puzzle, and it looks like I've got a word search made up. However, if I look down here, it says that 25 of 30 words were placed into the puzzle, so it means I'm missing a few. I'm going to go back, see if there's any changes I can make. Wonder if I make this 25 by 25, and let's see what happens. Create my puzzle, and it looks like 30 of 30 were placed. Now I also am starting to look and say, whoa, I had a space between New and Brunswick. So let's go back again, and let's make that change, and also Nova Scotia. So it does allow us to make some changes and some edits to it. Everything else I think is going to be pretty good there. So let's create my puzzle, and here is my word search. I can click and I can get my solution, and it'll tell me where everything is, and even says the direction that it's going. Let's go back. Here's my original puzzle, and what I would probably do is copy and paste this into a Word document. So if I copy and paste it, I just think it's going to look a lot nicer in a Word document, and then I can format it. I can put in some graphics. I can change the way it looks or change the font size if I need to. So that would be how to use Puzzlemaker. And with Puzzlemaker, you remember you also had the options for these other puzzles, which will work in a very similar way. Another option that we have, and I'm going to go to this tab up here, and I typed in Word Search Maker in a shape. And I have Word Search Maker, which is part of a really good website called AtoZteacherstuff Tools. I'm going to click on this one. Wait patiently for it to open. And here we can make our own customized word search sheets. What I like about this one, again, I can type in my title, I can put in my words. I've got a few more, I can use a word list. I've got a few more options though. And I can also change the shape that it's going to go in. I don't have a lot of choice, but it does give me a few choices. So if I wanted to make a train, and maybe we're doing trains, I'm still going to use my word list that I had before, which is all the Canadian provinces. But I can create it, and there we have it in a shape of a train. So I'm not sure how many worked in that one, but you can see how you could use it. It looks like a handout already, but again, I would cut and paste it into a Word document and see how it looks. But if I didn't like the train look, I can always go back and I could go back and I could change the shape a little bit. And the reason I got all that is, remember, I'd copied and pasted from before. So let me get my proper word list here. Let's copy and paste that. Let's go here and let's paste that and see what we get. And let's not go with a train this time, but let's try a smiley face. Okay, and there are my words, and there's my word search. So that's how to use Puzzlemaker and also this word search generator on Tools, which is part of AtoZteacherstuff.com. And teacherstuff.com, if we look at it for just a moment, is a really good website. Lots of stuff on it for teachers, lots of tools that we can use. And it's going to give you lesson plans, different themes, different resources, different tools that we have here. So you can have a look at it. It will be great to have as part of your toolbox and part of the good tools that you can use.